Ciao everyone! Welcome to Anna's Passion! Today, i-share ko sa inyo ang isa sa mga paboritong breads ng mga Italian. Ito ay ang grissini, famous Italian breadsticks na originated sa Torino in Piemonte sa northwest part ng Italy. So yan, samahan niyo akong gumawa nitong grissini. Napakabilis lang nitong gawin. Basic ingredients of flour, sugar, salt, yeast, and water. Yung iba naglalagay ng oil. Ako, water lang ilalagay ko. So, simulan na natin gumawa ng dough. Sa ating mixing bowl, ilagay ang harina. Ang gamit ko ay medium strength na may 11 to 12% ng protein. Next, ilagay ang sugar. Then, fresh yeast. Dito sa Italy, mas common ang paggamit ng fresh yeast. Kung instant or active ang gamit, paki-check ang conversion sa description below. Ilagay ang room temperature water habang hinahalo. Magtitira ako ng onte para mamaya sa salt. Haluin or i-fold hanggang sa mag-absorb na ang liquid sa dough. Pag okay na, let's add our salt and the remaining water. Makakatulong ito upang mabilis mag-absorb ang salt sa ating dough. Siguraduhin na well-absorbed ang salt sa ating dough. This simple step will change how your dough behaves. For stronger gluten structure, even flavor, good texture, and better fermentation. Once ready, continue kneading sa ating work surface. Isawsaw ang kamay sa harina at kumuha ng kaunti. Ilagay ito sa kneading board. Let's knead our dough until maging smooth na ito or pag nakita nyo nang hindi na ito dumidikit sa kamay at kneading board. Mga 4 to 6 minutes. Pag madikit sa kamay, isawsaw lang ang kamay sa harina. Avoid adding too much flour habang nagmamasa kasi titigas ang result. Ayan, okay na ito. Mag-spread ng harina sa working surface, kunin ang bowl, takpan, then let it rest for 10 minutes for gluten development. After 10 minutes, ready na ito. Maglagay ng harina sa kamay para hindi dumikit ang dough. Cut the dough into 2 equal portions. Set aside itong isa. I-flatten ito. Itong nasa top, i-fold papuntang center. Fold again, then seal the seam. Press the seam using heel of your palm. Then set aside. Repeat the folding process. Fold to the center, fold again, and one last fold. Place seam side down. Maglagay ng good amount of oil sa kneading board. Pwede din sa chopping board. Ilipat ang ating dalawang baston sa oiled surface. Important reminder, ikalat ng mabuti ang oil para hindi didikit ang dough kasi dito natin siya paaalsahin. Pwede din kayong gumamit ng baking pan. Mga 2 to 3 inches ang layo ng ating baston sa isa't isa. I-flatten ito using your fingers or palm. Siguraduhin na pantay ang lapad nito para almost same na ang sizes ng ating grissini. Maglalagay din tayo ng oil sa ibabaw ng dough. Spread all over the surface. I suggest to use extra virgin olive oil para Italian na Italian ang lasa. But kung walang EVO oil, you may use oil of your choice. Takpan ito ng plastic wrap and also kitchen towel sa ibabaw. Proof for 1.5 to 2 hours depende sa room temperature. After almost 2 hours, ready na ang ating dough. Yan na siya. So naghanda tayo dito ng 4 na klase na pang toppings or kung saan natin i-roll ang grissini. Meron tayo ditong semola rimacinata. Kung wala nito, pwedeng cornmeal. Or pwede din ang breadcrumbs. Or mixed seeds like itong sesame seeds. Pinaghalo ko yung brown and black. And of course, ang aking paborito, yung favorite ko na poppy seeds or papavero in Italian. Favorite ko to kasi meron itong nutty flavor. So, simulan na nating i-cut ang ating grissini. Before cutting, lightly oil your cutter or knife. Cut into strips about 1 cm wide. Or depende kung gaano kakapal na breadstick ang gusto ninyo. Feel free to experiment. Ilagay sa semola rimacinata. Siguraduhin na completely coated ito. Let's slowly and gentle stretch the dough. Napakabilis lang nito pahabain. I-transfer to sa baking pan lined with parchment paper. Ikot-ikot nyo lang ang magkabilang dulo habang pinapahaba. O diba? Easy peasy and fun. Dito naman tayo sa breadcrumbs. Coat completely, then stretch. Hindi kailangang perfectly even yung length. Takpan ito and rest for 20 minutes. Proceed tayo sa mixed dried seeds. Ito ang favorite ko. You may explore different toppings na gusto ninyo. Lovely viewers, if you're enjoying this recipe, please consider subscribing. Your support means a lot to me. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I think this is also perfect activity na gawin with your kids. It's a great bonding experience, di ba? Let them to explore different lengths, sizes, and toppings. Tulad ng nauna, rest for 20 minutes. Ayan, ready na itong i-bake sa preheated oven 190 degrees Celsius for 20 to 25 minutes. Ang baking time ay palaging depende kung anong klaseng oven ang gamit ninyo. Ayan na, tapos na ang ating first batch. Proceed na tayo sa second. Same temperature din, 190 degrees Celsius for 20 to 25 minutes. There you have it, our special breadstick. Ito na guys, ang ating grissini, Italian breadsticks. Ipapakita ko sa inyo kung gaano ito kalutong. Kuha tayo ng isa with breadcrumbs. Perfecto. So now, tawagin natin si Fabio, my Italian husband. Paborito niya tong grissini at hindi nawawala ito sa kanyang meal. After or before meal, kumakain siya ng grissini. Yan. Tawagin natin, patikim natin ang grissini. Homemade grissini.
Wow, it seems to be in a bakery here. Amazing. Panetteria. In Italian, every 50 meters in the road you can find a panetteria, a bakery, because we are used to eat bread, focaccia, and also these breadsticks. Then they are very delicious as a snack. If you stroll, for example, you can eat this breadstick or especially if you go in the restaurant in Italy, you can find always the breadstick on the table.
Yes.
Every kind of breadstick. Usually in the restaurant they are this one pretty plain,
Yes.
but sometimes you can find also this one in the restaurant, maybe a little bit more expensive. So let's taste.
Taste? What
Me.
flavor?
I'm gonna
You
choose
want?
this one because actually this
Papavero.
one, yeah, papavero is poppy.
Poppy seeds.
Poppy seeds. So this one, it seems burned, but actually it's not because it's completely covered by the seeds that they are black, right?
It tastes really good.
Very
Tastes nutty,
tasty, very
with nutty
delicious.
flavor.
So pay attention.
Ooh. Ooh.
So delicious. So delicious. Look, try to do this. It's easy to do, and it's incredibly delicious. So follow this recipe. Let us to know in the comment.
And don't forget to subscribe.
Don't forget to subscribe, of course.
Mm.
Ciao.
Really good, huh?
Delicious.
Mm.